Nice.
The hyphen last name is cool, but if your last name was just Gooba.
What ethnicity is Gooba
with
from?
The hyphen still.
It's German, I think.
The Gooba. You're a little Gooba. That means there had to have been a Nazi named like Gooba.
Oh, I hope not.
Imagine a guard at like Auschwitz named Gooba, and it's like, Gooba's coming. Watch out. Kicking off the episode strong with some Auschwitz humor. You know how it is.
Did you say Goomba?
Yeah, the creator of Mario was really inspired by German last names. The Goobas. The Goobas. Gooberweiner.
That's crazy. I had
so
no
that's
idea.
two German last names combined together. So what? They couldn't pick one or the other?
I think the story is the second part got added after the fact legally. For what reason? I have no idea.
For what reason? We don't know.
I'm just a Southern California white. So.
I'm Southern California all day.
I mean, that's a top 5 last name I've ever heard. I'm not even like just
no
saying.
one in the world has it.
Yeah,
it's like, I'm just from Southern California. My grandfather's name is Otto von Wilmar, and he's from Germany, but you know, he wasn't a Nazi.
Oh my God.
I'm half German, so I can make these jokes.
That's so funny.
Or maybe I can't. I don't know how that works. Yeah.
No,
all German.
Yeah. My grandma had to change her last name when she moved here because they were like, "Oh, you're a Kraut." You know.
Oh, you're a Kraut, I see. Another German being like, "Oh, you're a Kraut, I see this." Like they're
That's funny.
Oh man,
sauerkraut.
Yeah, so Marcus's last name is Goober Rhino, which I didn't know.
Super Rhino.
It's just a rhino dipping sack. That's what he's named after.
You don't know about dipping sack yet, Marcus, but you will.
Oh yeah, we talked about that.
You
So we recorded an episode yesterday, and we talked about how. I talked about it. I guess how I mid-trip last Christmas I came up with dipping sack instead of tripping sack because I was just I'm just dipping sack right now. And we were laughing at the idea that means like taking your balls and dipping it in a cup of LSD and like letting it soak.
Like doing maybe acupuncture on it first.
Yeah,
so like
Tony was saying
the
like
pores are open.
Yeah, I'm getting no, you said put it in a sauna so that the pores open
in the
up.
sauna first so your pores are open.
So your ball sack pores open and you just dip it in sack like a pine cone in hot water. Just like,
oh fuck!
Children now are dipping sack.
Wow,
why?
We're starting off strong here. That's so funny.
Just the three of us like sitting in a circle and just squatting down and dipping our
and then
just 3 Dixie cups on the ground, and we're doing like a full range of motion squat with our balls into the cup. And we're just sitting there for 10 minutes, like, yeah, we really got to let it soak. You got to let it soak.
And then once you get all the LSD in there, just immediately dropping it in an ice bath just to close the pores up.
Cold plunge.
Yeah, you
Cold
don't
plunge.
want any of it to escape.
Yeah, you don't want it to escape.
Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ.
Close the sack.
It's a pretty permanent term, I think, in our lexicon now. Probably,
that's honestly, that's a good bit.
Yeah,
Thank you.
That's a good bit, honestly. Oh, and then we realized that our impression of Tony's dad and Jordan Peterson is actually the same.
It is the same.
Yeah, so you've noticed that as a listener.
My favorite one was when you guys were like talking about asking him if he could still beat up his kids, and he's like, "Oh no, I could never do that."
I don't remember that, but that's definitely wouldn't be his answer. His answer would be, "Yeah, I could put them in a crossbar reverse leg hold and rip their tonsils out." Tony, tell the story about when you were going to the bathroom at night and you ran into your dad.
Oh yeah, man, fuck! I was just.
Were you tripping?
No, I was a kid.
Oh my god!
And
if you were tripping when that happened, that'd be fucking terrifying.
I don't even you might remember it better than I do because it was like I was walking in the hallway, but it was at night, and I was walking to the bathroom, and my dad was like I don't know what he was doing, but I just like ran into him and it was like really dark and he like freaking put me in he like thought I was a burglar or something. He's very
he just
instinctual.
puts you into the wall, just like, who the fuck are you?
Yeah. He's like, don't sneak up on me. Like,
threw my head through the drywall.
It's me,
and
Dad.
Just left me there and I just passed out.
Okay, try to be more careful next time.
Your dad's Omni-Man, he threw you through a wall.
Right. Yeah, I can't even. That's funny. You remember that?
His dad's the type of dude who, like, if you let him grab you, you're fucked. Like he knows every pressure point. Yeah, he's got crazy grip strength, and he's not tall or big. Like he's just a fit kind of like, what is he, 5'10", something like that kind of guy.
He's like 5'8", 5'9".
Yeah, he's short, but man, like I've had him dig his hands into my pressure point before, and it's like you'll just be on your knees in 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Like,
oh yeah.
This is the Vulcan neck pinch.
yeah. How do you like your nerve pinch?
He can just grab your thumb and like just bend, just fucking origami you.
How does this feel?
Yeah. Oh, it's crazy. And your mom has no martial arts training.
No, she has
honestly
martial
not
arts
goated.
training.
Not goated. Not poggers of your mom to not know jujitsu. I feel like it's crazy how much lingo and just memes pass me by not being into the streaming world that much. I feel like there's just a whole streaming world that I feel like that's you know what? I feel like that's the biggest generational gap between millennials and Gen Z for sure. We don't watch Twitch that much. I know you do, Marcus, but you're a bit younger than us a little bit, right?
But honestly, I'm turning 27 this year, but I don't really watch Twitch that much anymore. I used to, and it was only like people I knew. It wasn't like being like super into famous Twitch streamers. It was just like me supporting my friends and stuff. So
gotcha.
I watched.
Yeah, that's way different. I feel like that's way different than like being a tier 3 sub of some millionaire that you don't know personally.
No, I'm not giving them my money.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could never see myself doing that. Like if I want to see video games, then I'll do them myself. Right?
Yeah.
I can see it more for like you're watching a musician or something like that.
The thing is, I think it kind of I have ADHD, so I need stimulation of some sort. So I think it's for people who like to play video games, but they're like at work or doing something else, and they're just like counting down the moments until they can actually
go play.
I'm the same way with having shit on in the background. I like to throw on movies, like just long. I love throwing on one of the Lord of the Rings movies or Star Wars or The Irishman or Dune or like I don't know, Dune. I want to see Dune. I don't know if my dad ever did see Dune. I don't think he did. I want to see Dune. I want to see that. I want to see Dune. I want to see Dune.
I haven't seen either actually.
Yeah,
I haven't seen the old one or the.
No,
how do you say his name? Denis Villeneuve or whatever.
Yeah, Villeneuve.
Vietnamese.
I made
that up, man.
Danny Vietnamese.
Danny Vietnamese. He's one of the biggest directors in Hollywood right now. Danny Vietnamese new film. He's like the new
like
Michael Bay
director. Yeah.
That new one's coming out though this year, right?
Dune 2?
Part 2?
Tune? They should just call it Tune. Just Tune. Just Tune.
Yeah.
Knock it off.
The dawn was gone.
It's like they're naming it like a mixtape with like the 2 and the
Right.
Yeah, and fucking Austin Butler's in it. As like the main like villain, as Fade Rotha, who's like the guy that Sting played in Fade Rotha Harkonnen.
He's ascending, Austin Butler.
How much you want to bet he's gonna have like a hard time, like still not doing the Elvis accent?
I need the spines. I need the
It's funny. I saw like there's like this thing called Actors Roundtables, and it was like Tom Hanks, fucking Jack Nicholson, Adam Sandler, a few other people, but Austin Butler was the first one in the YouTube title, and I was like, okay, that's like I honestly didn't even know his name.
He's way more viral now than a couple of those names, honestly. I think.
I mean, but
he's like,
I don't know.
He's
not bigger than them.
Austin.
Yeah. Listen, you want to be in Dune, you gotta go to Saudi Arabia and know what it's like in the sand.
But you'll never make The Shining.
Yeah. You're never gonna make 5 easy pieces, man. You weren't there in the 60s, man. Yeah. It's funny though, this on that streaming conversation. I'm definitely the same way.
It's the same for TikTok. You know, if you're not on TikTok, you're not going to understand like certain phrases. But
wow.
Yeah, I for sure didn't know what Riz meant for like the first 3 or 4 times Connor said it. And I was like,
yeah, Riz is also Kai Cenat started that. So it's like that's also kind of streaming, but also the joke is on TikTok. It's a blessing and a curse to be that tapped into what the kids are saying, honestly. I don't choose to be that aware, but Riz is funny because it's such a fucking dumb word, and
it is. It's a dumb word.
It's extremely dumb. It stands for charisma. Do you know that, Tony?
yeah.
Oh,
That's what it's short for, apparently.
I'm fucking
charisma.
stupid.
I'm stupid. I didn't know that. It took me forever to. Someone said that.
The TikTok where you said, "Bro is the Rizzler." And you just sat there for 3 minutes.
Well, it's like that would literally.
And you started like tearing. I watched the whole thing, and you were just like just empty soul, just crying.
I love making those. I've made a couple of those. They're really fun because they just work every time.
I have a question. Do you have like a fisheye lens that you do when you do that kind of like up close?
Oh, it's the 0.5 camera on the iPhone.
So you're holding it backwards?
On the Apple iPhone.
Okay.
On the Apple iPhone.
What's the new, that you just did one with a
well, there's
word.
another one which is let him cook.
Let him, yeah.
These are all just TikTok comments that they spam.
Right.
Like I know it's pink or whatever. You know, just sexual harassment. Like, the Grip Reaper, that type of shit.
The Grip Reaper.
That type of shit. But yeah, it's interesting. Original thoughts, yeah. There was something I was going to say about streaming, but I forgot what I was going to say. But
yeah, it's like a whole world.
It is a whole world, and it's like
that's with anything though. Like even like hobbies, like you find a rabbit hole in YouTube, like I don't know, like blacksmith YouTube videos. It's like a whole community, and they all have their like little
Damascus. You know, got to make that Damascus blade.
Damascus. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, we watch Forged and Fire Champions, except the new season. Not Doug Marcotte, the host.
Right, he's like a diet version of him.
Yeah, well, he's Will Willis. Is the name of the original guy, Will Willis, which is that's a dumbass name. I'm Will Willis. I don't think they say his name on the show. I think they're like, that would be too distracting if we said the host's name, because I never knew that was his name. But I think he had like a stand-in. I think this guy Grady Powell, Will Willis, where did he go? Google. He's trying to be a father. He's focusing on his family. So that's why he left. But I hope he comes back because he's a way better. I don't want to shit on the guy, but I like him better than the.
He tucks in his shirt, you know.
He's hot.
The other guy's
like a little bit more hot.
The other guy just looked a little bit more disheveled. You know, he's just wearing a baggy button up. He
doesn't have quite the same enthusiasm, the same personality. You know.
You prefer the tucked in shirt, Tony, or the baggy?
Yeah, the other guy, I just remember watching him while dipping sack, and he looked like a freaking, like, I don't know, he looked like a Clash of Clans, like, pirate lord or something. I don't even know. Like, he was just standing there just like...
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He
looked like a royal blue, like a really bright blue shirt and just like slicked back black hair.
Yeah, he loves to tense his fingers and be like, Fortune Fire Champions, your task today is you have to create a katana.
I love that stance like exudes like, I mean business. And this is serious.
Yeah, he was, there was no question. He meant business. And the other guys just feels like he's just there.
Filling in.
Not to shit on him.
Not to shit on him.
He's cool, but tuck in your shirt, bro.
But yeah, Tony, shut the fuck up real quick. To be honest.
Okay.
Okay. I let you live last episode. I was polite last episode, but this episode?
You're right. I owe you for that.
Fuck you, man. Shut up.
I owe you big time.
Listen, I forgot something.
Big surprise.
What did you forget, Connor?
I forgot to introduce the podcast. Ladies and gentlethems, it is literally still Tuesday, February 7th, 2023. Welcome to another episode of Woken Boke. Episode 169 to be exact. I am one of your hosts, Connor Boyd. You may know me as Moschino Dorito. You may know me as Connor Boyd. You may know me from TikTok. You may know me from Jaded Forum. You may know me from a milieu of things. Doesn't matter. I am joined, as always, by my best friend from the gateway to the west, which I gotta stop calling it that. I feel like that's Manifest Destiny. I know no one gives a shit, but I gotta reword that. St. Louis, Missouri. The man with the fucking Tesla Cybertruck headlights coming out of his desk, Tony Harrop,
I didn't realize that.
is here. Tony, what's up, man?
I'm chilling.
Cool.
Fully.
Cool. That's so
aggressively.
Oh, shit.
Aggressively chilling.
It feels aggressive. It feels aggressive. Yeah. How have you been since 24 hours ago?
Not good.
Oh, what happened?
Just some runny poo.
Oh, yeah. My shits have been really interesting the last week, and I don't know why.
Document that.
It's in document. Capture them. We apparently got food poisoned, and I was the only person who didn't get actually sick. Like, we all went out for oysters for my friend George and Maddie's kind of engagement. We celebrated it. Well, it wasn't oysters. It was like a nice dinner, but we had oysters. I don't think was it last weekend? I think it was last weekend. And George, Maxwell, and Grant all got sick. And I didn't. My shits have been kind of not the most solid throughout the week, and I haven't been eating too crazy, so I don't know what's going on.
You're goated?
Fiber.
I'm goated.
How bad was it for them, for the homies?
I mean, they were vomiting, shitting water. They'd have no appetite. It was like true food poisoning. I did not have that. I went to work. They took work off, and they emailed the restaurant to see if they could get a refund because it was like a $200+ dinner a person kind of vibe.
Holy shit.
$200. Oh, wow.
Well, actually, per party, it was per couple kind of. It wasn't it was probably maybe $100 a person, but it was a special occasion and we got fucked by it. So it was pretty wild.
They should have video recorded themselves puking and taking it back to the restaurant and been like, this is what
That's what I was saying. We have to put diarrhea in a miso soup container and bring it back and be like, look, this is what you did.
Does this smell like your food? Because I think it is.
We are usually joined by the madman Max Sanza, but as you know, if you watched last episode, meaning the episode that was also posted today, he is on tour with Newfound Glory. So this week, we are joined by our first guest in a while. He is a musician, producer, and all-around creative. Longtime Moschino Dorito faithful and consigliere of the Wokenboke Friendship Militia, Marcus Eventide is here. How do you like that, Marcus? How do you like that for an intro?
I'm honored by the consigliere title. That's pretty cool.
That's you for sure.
No idea what that means.
That's because you're fucking lame, Tony.
You've never seen The Godfather
stuff.
Have you seen Godfather?
Nay.
Sign out.
No, shut up. Yes, you have.
I mean, when I was a kid, I've seen, but I've never watched it as an adult and really taken it in.
It means advisor.
Advisor.
It's like the guy in the mob who would advise the Dawn and then fucking.
Have you seen Sopranos, Tony?
No.
What the fuck are you doing?
Tony hates Italians is really what it is.
Look, sports candy supervisor?
Sports candy supervisor. Every week we get together to catch up on our lives, what we've been watching, what we haven't been watching, what we've been playing, what we've been doing, whatever. We like all kinds of shit. You'll figure it out. This is what it is. You can subscribe to us on YouTube. You can follow us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts. We're on all that. We also have a Discord, which you can join, as well as a Twitter at wokenbokepod and an Instagram at wokenbokepodcast. And you can reach out to our Gmail, which I forgot to open, wokenbokepodcast@gmail.com with your questions, comments, and suggestions, and we will read them on the show. And links to all these are in the show description if you want to check them out. It doesn't look like we have any new emails anyway, so it's fine.
Cool.
But feel free to, if you guys dug these episodes, I mean, we'll read anything. We'll read anything. So give us a shout. But yeah, welcome to motherfucking Woken Boke. Marcus, thanks again for joining us. When was the last time you were on? I feel like it was like a year ago. We haven't had guests in like a year. Yeah,
it was a year ago.
Year ago to the day.
Yeah, it was all four of us too. And remember, it was when I think Tony and Max were sick, or Tony was sick. He was like in his chair reclining.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And you weren't saying anything.
Yeah.
And Connor was like, Tony,
it was like a 5-person episode, I feel like.
It was 4. It was me, you, Max, and Tony.
Okay.
Well, it was like 3 because Tony was barely there.
Got it. Barely there. Yeah, what have you been up to this week, Marcus? How you been?
I've been good. This week, just working out. I've been going to the gym a ton.
Nice.
And what else? Working on music, like usual. I've been like putting stuff out on SoundCloud. So if you guys want to check it out, there's stuff on SoundCloud that you won't be able to stream on the other sites. And the only reason I've been doing that is just to get like the creative ball rolling and just create and then put it out and just kind of have that sense of freedom. Yes. So that's what I've been doing as it relates to music.
I was gripping through your SoundCloud library yesterday, and
thank
it was
you.
Fuego. So
thank you. Yeah, I'm most excited about the demo that I have up there called Landmine. It's like a minute long, and I haven't finished writing the song. I want to make it a full-length song, but I love what I was able to do with that one. That one's like,
hell yeah!
I'm addicted to listening to it, which is a good sign. You should make things that you are a fan of.
Yeah, that you like watching back and over again.
Definitely,
that's cool. I'll definitely check that out. Yeah, we'll put your SoundCloud in the description of this episode. Be sure to send it to me and shit.
Who would you compare yourself to? Because I know who I would, but I don't want to say that because I feel like artists don't.
You don't think he's incomparable, Tony?
The what?
You don't think he's incomparable? I just wanted to use that word.
I mean, everyone sounds like something, you know.
Sure.
Are all artists inspired?
Yeah, like
by
you.
What came
You sound
before
like a fucking idiot.
Everything is inspired by other things.
Truthfully, I would say like at one point in the past, I could been compared to like making Travis Scott type music, but I've since then tried to kind of create my own sound. So I still pull from a bunch of different influences for sure. So I hear a lot of things that I pull from like Frank Ocean and Drake. And I don't really pull from Travis anymore. I'm trying to get away from like the, dark auto-tune type stuff. You'll find when you listen to it, Connor, like I know I've sent you songs in the past. A lot of my new stuff it's not as dark anymore. It's a lot more lighter and poppy and kind of, there's still kind of like a brooding sense of like emotion in it, but it's a lot lighter, and I'm going less for, still with an emphasis on lyrics, but I'm going less with like, I got to get these bars off. Cause I came to the realization, I'm like, I'm not a rapper. I'm not good at rapping. I don't have bars, and that's fine. It's just about
I thought you were flowing on the songs. Sorry to interrupt.
No, it's okay. Thank you. But I'm not bars in the sense of like being clever and like saying things that are like, oh, that's a bar. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So I'm going more like the pop R&B route, but you'll hear like a lot of the beats it's still making all of my beats, and a lot of them are very hip hop, but what I do on them is very like pop and R&B.
Has that mirrored any sort of internal or personal or just change in your life in any way?
Definitely.
Yeah. Is that why you've kind of drifted to that style?
Yeah, I would say just having that, I guess, endless pursuit of just being a happier person. And, mushrooms being a huge part of that. And just kind of trying to create new life experiences too. I sound so head ass right now. I fucking hate it. But
no, you don't.
That's
what
it is.
You're just listen to what the last episode was like us rambling about exactly that for like a whole hour. So.
Oh, really? Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. But about how psychedelics have like helped our perspective and stuff. And
for sure. It's crazy. Yeah. Honestly, like there's like stuff I deal with on a mental health level, but I think mushrooms have at least helped me with 3 things: anxiety, depression, and OCD. Like those 3 things, they're not at a point anymore where it's so hard to deal with. And I would say the anxiety was the number 1 thing. My OCD is like super minor. It's not like debilitating by any means, but I found that weed makes it way worse. So I'm not really doing weed anymore. And I've been sober since New Year's, so I'm not drinking, but I mean, still doing
I'm on the same. I haven't smoked in about 5 days. I'm going sober myself as well. And I talked about why I'm, why I'm doing that on last episode too, but that's awesome. And it's cool that mushrooms have had that effect on you, because I feel like some people do mushrooms just for fun.
And it can be fun.
It can be fun, but it's also like it can be very healing also, I think.
Yeah. There was some video I saw on Instagram where they kind of had a metaphor for like, like if your mind is like a mountain with snow on it, and people are, or yourself rather, is snowboarding or skiing down the mountain, pretty soon there's going to be grooves and you're going to tend to go down those paths, right? And what psychedelics does is it adds a new layer of snow to that whole mountain, so you have the opportunity to create like new emotional or neural pathways or kind of thought patterns, that sort of thing, perspective.
Yeah. It's so interesting. Yeah, it's the neural pathways is really big. I remember like, I don't really fuck with the JRE anymore, but I remember Paul Stamets, the mycologist, was on Joe Rogan, and he was talking about that.
Yeah.
He was talking about how he had a stutter, like a severe stutter. And then one time he took like a heroic dose of mushrooms and, or like even more than that. And it like, basically it was gone.
What's crazy is this is adjacent to that. It's not the same thing, but there was one time where I probably had like the heaviest mushroom trip I've ever had. And I was
do you know how many grams it was?
No, I don't. I just,
it just had a big effect.
This much.
Yeah.
But following that, like for the next 2 weeks, my penmanship was perfect.
Really? Like literally writing?
Yes.
Wow.
Hilarious. And I was like at work with like a whiteboard like that, and I was just drawing straight lines and like sectioning off like areas of the board and then writing in perfect handwriting. And it was like, I was like, oh, it's because I did all those mushrooms.
Yeah. Oh my God. I remember the first time I ever tripped on anything was LSD, and it was with Tony, and I'll never forget, it was summer of 2017. It's a gorgeous day in the middle of summer. Remember this, Tony?
Oh yeah, of course.
Came over to his place and we tripped, and I just remember I was currently working at a grocery store in the deli section. So I actually was like trained to work in the deli. Like I was using the slicers, I was cleaning, like it was a whole thing. But, I was working that summer, like 2 jobs, getting as much work as I could so that I could move to New York eventually, or just have the money to. And I remember coming back after that trip and coming back to work and just being like, I remember someone asked me a question. Like I was standing behind the deli counter and someone went, "Hey, fucking like, where's this?" And I just went, I don't know. Like I was just like, I don't know. I really don't know. And I just remember like, I had never felt so like, that afterglow was crazy of just like how at peace you are.
You're saying like you were unbothered
I was totally unbothered. And I didn't care. I didn't care.
Yeah. There was another thing. Sorry, it made me think of something.
Ahead.
So the other thing I deal with, and I think this is like a day-to-day shit that I have to deal with all the time, is my ADHD. I haven't been diagnosed, but I have it. It's very clear. What I have been doing, for a supplement gang out there, if you like to take supplements and try to improve your life, I've been taking like a very high dosage of omega-3 because it's good for your brain. And then on top of that, I've been taking a supplement called phosphatidylserine, which is also known as PS100. It's a chemical that's in your brain that we have naturally. But what it helps with is like focus and clarity. And you can take like 300 milligrams a day. It's like a pill, not a pill, a capsule. Mm-hmm. And I take that with food, and it especially helps me at work. And I don't know. It's just you start to feel normal. You're like, this is what normal people feel like.
Wow.
Yeah.
Can you text me that later? Like
Absolutely.
what those things are? Because I definitely, I used to have like a good regimen where I'd take like biotin. I would take like biotin. I would take like a men's multivitamin. Hell yeah. Yes. And how much is a bottle of that?
It's expensive. So
I bet it's probably good.
This is 30 soft gels. I think this was like $15 to $20.
Oh, that's not too crazy for vitamins. That's not too crazy.
Yeah,
it
depends.
It's prohibitive if it's only 30 gels. I get it, but
yeah.
How many do you take out of those gels?
I take at least 2 a day, and then maybe 3. So when I get to work, I'll eat my breakfast, and then as soon as I finish eating, I'll take 2. And then in the afternoon, after I eat lunch, if I still feel like I need an extra kind of kick to get the end of the day going, I'll take a third one, and it helps. And the crazy thing is, like, it doesn't work. Not that it doesn't work right away, but you won't feel the effects right away. But if you take it consistently, even if I miss a day, I still feel the effects of like clarity and focus.
Hell yeah!
On days that I don't take it, so.
That's kind of how all supplements work. I feel like it's like a medication of any kind. You kind of have to take it for a while.
Definitely.
Yeah, I want to get on omega-3s and that. And my girlfriend's been buying a ton of vitamins. I used to be on a regimen of like biotin and a men's daily vitamin, and I just picked up vitamins again. I'm starting to take them again, and it's crazy how we don't talk about people don't think about vitamins, but you have to. And if it's having that effect, that's amazing. My girlfriend always jokes that I need to take B12 because my memory is bad. But
is B12 for memory? I thought it was for like.
I guess.
Okay.
I don't know. That's what she says.
If you have bad memory, like I'll send it to you, but you should start doing that.
It helps keep your body's blood and nerve cells healthy. It makes DNA. Oh, I don't know. Maybe it doesn't. Actually.
What do you take supplements, Tony? Aside from Gorilla Mind?
I mean, I take pre-workout and drink protein powder.
Got a story for you about that, by the way, but go ahead.
The what?
I have a story about pre-workout, but go ahead. You go first.
Okay. I just take pre-workout. Like I'm running through this stuff called Necrosis right now, but it's just a normal pre-workout. Like I feel like tingly and when I start like building up a sweat at the gym, like I'm like, oh man, like I just have this sort of extra energy boost. So it definitely works, and then I drink protein powder for dinner, and not every night, but like on a weeknight when I get back from the gym and I don't want to like cook something, just make a protein shake.
Can I do a little gym talk, Connor, with Tony real quick?
Do your thing.
So first I'll talk about what I do, and then I'll tell you the story. So what I do is most days of the week, I try to go to the gym like 4 to 5 times a week, and I'll wake up at like 5 or 5:30 in the morning.
You're cracked.
And then I'll go to the gym, and then I'll go to work. Or if it's on the weekend, I'll still like wake up at that time and I'll go to the gym just because I like to have the rest of my day. And I honestly love the gym. So
me too.
Starting the day like that is awesome. But what I do is I take protein and creatine after I work out. as far as like pre-workout or intro workout stuff, I change it up sometimes because I just want to like figure out what's best for me. So I've tried taking amino acids during a workout. Sometimes I just have a Celsius energy drink before going to the gym. But right now I just started taking this pre-workout from Transparent Labs, which, by the way, a great brand. I love their stuff. It's kind of pricey, but it's very, very good stuff. They got a lot of good supplements. But for cost effective options, you can also go with NutriCost. That's another good brand. So yesterday, first time taking that pre-workout I got.
What's it called?
It's Transparent Labs Boke.
Bulk. Gotcha.
I'm looking at it right now. Yeah.
So I imagine like it's what being on meth feels like. Because I was like vibrating in the gym.
Where's the caffeine in it? Does it have caffeine?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
180 milligrams.
Yeah, I just felt real manic, but it's okay. I was in the gym and I was still focused and doing my thing. The story is I fucked up my thumb yesterday. Like a piece of my thumb is gone right now. And if you want, do you guys have show notes for this? Because I'll drop a picture in it. If
we do.
Yeah, sure.
Share that. Because I want to, if you're not queasy, I'll share a picture of what it looked like right when it happened.
Oh, no, yeah.
So what happened was, so Tony, you know the machine for your back, it's for your lats, and you reach high and you pull down like this. It's the back loader where you put the plates behind the machine.
Yep.
So
One of my favorites.
So what I was doing was I was taking off a 45 and I just did it too fast and too hard because I was geeked off the pre-workout. I went like this. And I jammed the back of my thumb into the other side of the machine and I just ripped the piece of my thumb off. Yeah. So
I dropped the notes. Give us a look.
Which horrified. Where did you put it in?
In our Instagram chat.
Oh, perfect. It's on my phone. But yeah, that's my story. So be careful, kids.
That is something that I am very mindful with at the gym. It's more so, or especially because of the danger of dropping a plate on your foot.
Oh yeah,
which I think hasn't happened to me, but every time I'm grabbing a plate, it's two hands. I'm like firmly gripping it. I'm not thinking about anything else, which is like a challenge.
That's good.
Like I have to like. I'm like, okay,
I'm requesting edit, Connor.
Holding it.
But yeah, no, you got to really be careful with shit that you're picking up in the gym, man. Even a
fucking 10-pound plate, you don't want to drop that shit on your foot.
Yeah,
like,
if it's high enough, you're gonna fuck yourself up.
100%.
I updated the link. See if that works.
Okay, let's see. Sorry for the dead air.
No, there is no dead air.
No dead air.
That's wild, and I'm sorry that happened.
It's okay. I have a very high pain tolerance.
Is pre-workout more than just caffeine? Like,
yes.
Do you think it does more? Because that said 180 grams or milligrams of caffeine, when that's basically 20 milligrams less than a Celsius energy drink. So
yeah, it's beyond the caffeine. It's like I forget. Maybe Tony knows. It's the supplement that makes you feel like itchy and you got the ants in your skin. There's stuff in it to like get a better pump in your muscles. I think there's probably like some amino acids in there too to kind of prevent your muscles from wearing down so fast. I don't have access or edit access yet on this, by the way.
1 second, let me try it again here.
But yeah, it was fucked. Like I cut my workout short because of it. I went home immediately. I was bleeding.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't fucking blame you. Your fucking thumb came off.
But it didn't stop me from going this morning. So I went this morning. So
that's good. Fucking yeah.
Just did leg day, I assume.
No, it was shoulders.
He did index finger day.
You know how cracked I am, Tony? When I do dumbbell flies, I already don't wrap my thumb around the bottom of the thing. I do thumb over.
Suicide grip. You're crazy.
What is that called? Fake grip? What is it called?
Suicide grip or fucking there's another one. But yeah, because like people, when you bench like that and you have nothing right here preventing the bar from just
you are depending on your muscles for sure.
Yeah, that's how my buddy does it. I will always if it's a machine, I'll do that because I feel like I can get under it better.
Yeah.
But for free weights, never.
Yeah.
But
I'll wrap up the gym talk for folks, but it's I love going to the gym. I've been doing it since like the middle of last year. I'm in the best shape I've ever been.
How often do you go?
Like 4 to 5 times a week.
Hell yeah. And so what has that done for you? Like, how has that affected your mental health and all that stuff?
Well, the main thing is like, it makes Mondays easier. Like, because if I wake up and I go to the gym, the first thing cause everyone hates Mondays, but if I start my day with something I like doing, I'm in a better mood.
Yeah.
And I'm less pissy about being at work. So that's one thing.
You also get that productivity dopamine too.
No, seriously. Yeah. It's crazy. And depending on what you do for work, like after work, you don't want to work out. Like that's, that's the last thing you want to do.
That's the only time Tony does work out.
But no, yeah.
I do, but
I'm in really good shape. I'm still going at it. I'm going to keep going. And it just helps to work out, because it helps your mental health, but also like to see change in the mirror. And that is huge motivation when you actually see your results pay off. It's amazing. It's really fun. And
how long do you think it took before you really saw like noticeable results?
That's a good question. I would say
like a couple months.
Yeah, I would say like 2 to 3 months. And then I was like, oh, I see a difference.
What was the first thing you noticed that was different?
My muscles were more defined. Yeah.
What? You're telling me lifting weights?
But it's funny is like, since I worked out, I've maintained the same weight. So I'm not losing weight. I'm not gaining weight. I'm trying to gain weight. I'm trying to bulk, but it's hard because you got to eat a ton. But I've been sitting at 165 the entire time, but my physique looks totally different.
That's fire.
Yeah.
I don't know if that worked. I sent you a new link, but I don't know if that worked.
Okay.
I might have to go to my email.
I think, I don't really.
You can also just text it to us.
Just send it on the Instagram.
Oh, yeah. What am I saying? Yeah. What the fuck? Can we do it the complicated way?
If you go to the gym every day, no matter what else happens that day, you can always just
Jesus. Holy shit.
Dude,
holy shit, bro. That looks like literally someone took a chunk.
Yeah.
Why'd you do that?
To be goated.
I'm surprised that's not bleeding way fucking more. Did you was that after you had stopped the bleeding or something?
Yeah, that was when I got home. I ran to the bathroom and I ran it under cold water and then I just pressed on it for a while.
Did you pour like a bottle of scotch on it to
no, but I've been pouring
neutralize it or whatever?
Isopropyl alcohol on it and that shit fucking hurts.
There you go.
But
I'm a sick fuck. I love alcohol and open wounds for some reason. I like that burn. I don't know why.
You like that? You like to experience that?
I like the sting. It's like satisfying for some reason.
It's not. It's bad.
It's like satisfying. It's like, it's cleaning it.
Yeah, I love stubbing my toe. It's like the pain.
No, that sucks.
No, that sucks. Top 5 worst feelings in the world.
Stubbing toes, jamming fingers on a basketball, that type of shit fucking sucks.
When the basketball hits your straight finger.
Oh my God.
Right, but pouring alcohol on an open wound and just feeling the sting of 1,000 hornets, that's cool.
I don't know, maybe I like stinging a little bit.
Connor's metal like that.
Maybe I need to get like a tattoo or something and see if that satisfies my...
once you start, you won't be able to stop.
Dude, Max has gotten so many tattoos. I don't know if you've kept up with
Max are tiger bros, by the way.
Oh,
wow.
Fuck yeah. Wow. Damn, that looks like it was done yesterday. Holy shit.
It's I got it done around my birthday in September. I wanted to get it done before the end of the Lunar New Year because last year was Year of the Tiger. So there you go.
Do you have any of like the I was at the gym and I saw a guy with like every like classic tattoo. Like he had the compass, he had the rose. Well, that one's cool. That's like an American traditional sort of eagle. That's dope.
I have that. Here, I'll show you my shins.
Oh yeah, I remember the shins. The shins are like this. God damn! Nice. Did that hurt?
The Grip Reaper.
Honestly, no.
Do the shins hurt like less?
You know what's funny is everyone thinks that along the bone it would hurt, but it actually hurts more when you're on like the meatier parts.
Huh.
So
yeah, it seems like the softer the softer the skin. Like the softer the area, the harder it is. Because Max was saying his inner, Holy shit.
Wow.
It's a goblin head. Max was saying what?
A goblin. Max was saying he got like his inner forearm or his inner
bicep
done.
Oh yeah, that's gotta hurt.
Fuck.
I think the rule of thumb is like if it's sensitive to touch or if you're ticklish there, then it's gonna hurt.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Cthulhu.
Wow.
That's it. That's the end of my tattoo tour.
That's wild. Well, no, that's
you kind of just got them all over.
That's a good placement. It's like one on each arm, one on each quad, and one on each shin.
You could tell I have OCD.
yeah, it's symmetrical.
Yeah, I'm trying to be more asymmetrical now.
Gotcha.
You gonna sleeve it out?
Yes, but not like I don't want to do like a sleeve. I want to get tattoos over time and fill up the arm because I honestly, like, no disrespect to anyone that is like that's super young that already has sleeves, but it's like you're done. You're done. There's nothing left for you to do. You've completed all of the tattooing you can do on your arm, and you're in your mid 20s. Like, and the cool thing about tattoos is if you get them. From time to time, you can look at them and you go like, I remember where I was when I got that. I remember who I was hanging out with. I remember how I felt. I remember
Max
just that
has
moment.
been getting tattoos since he was like 18, I think.
That's sick.
So he has some of those. I think he's maybe even covered some of them up. I don't know. But
yeah, to answer your question, I just want to over time fill it up.
Not just get them to get them.
Exactly.
Right. Get them.
It would be fucking. I just want a Halo 3 tattoo of some kind.
Would be sick.
I either want like the arc with the Halo 3 logo in it on my arm.
Yeah.
Or it would be sick to just get just my right arm full sleeve and it's just like a Halo scene.
That would be cool.
Of like Spartans fighting each other and shit.
Yeah.
And it's just like a whole sleeve of just Halo. Because that's one that I don't know if I'd ever regret getting that. I think I would just be like, this is hard as fuck. Forever.
You know what I wanted to get? Like in the same subject of video games and tattoos, and I'm glad I never did this, is I wanted to get the BioShock like chains on the bottom of their wrists.
Dude, I considered that too when I was a teenager. I wanted that too, and I'm so glad I didn't either.
I'm so glad I didn't do that.
Because there's so many guys with that tattoo out there.
What is this now?
There's that, and then also you're like white with chains on. It's like,
yeah, and I've seen a guy who had that, and it says a man chooses, a slave obeys.
Oh, dude, yeah.
I'm so glad I never did that.
No, you don't want to get that.
And then think about this, dude. Think about all the people that have Rick and Morty tattoos right now.
Dude, I saw a guy who had Pickle Rick on Instagram, and he got it lasered off.
What a fucking idiot! That's why you get classic tattoos, man, because it's not gonna.
Right.
Yeah.
There's bands that I thought I wanted tattoos of when I was in high school and like early in college, and I'm like
Never Shot Never.
Like I don't know, like fucking Of Mice and Men or some shit. Like just old like metal bands.
Or I would probably still. I mean, it's probably not kosher anymore, but I think one hand having the link would be kind of fire.
That would be cool.
Yeah, I don't know. Let me see what the character has on both wrists, doesn't he?
I think it would just be sick to get like a cool like tattoo of a Big Daddy instead of like, with the drill.
Yeah.
What was I going to say? Oh, and speaking of bands too, Tony, I was thinking about getting like a Led Zeppelin tattoo at one point.
That'd be cool. Yeah.
But then it was just like, I don't know if I should. Because like not like
they're all pedos.
Yeah,
too.
that and then and like all of their music is like, you guys are talking about this on Jaded, but like a lot of their music is like stolen from black artists.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah.
Well, yeah, Tony, Jimmy Page and Robert Plant like would have sex with 15-year-olds, 14-year-olds and shit.
Yeah.
And look up Jimmy Page's current wife. She's like 23 years old and he's like 70.
Yeah.
You
know what Jimmy I would get though is a gorilla's tattoo.
Definitely. But what if Damon Albarn gets canceled?
Fuck, dude.
Then you're fucked.
It's
You can't get tattoos of an individual. Like that's the cool thing about video games is like Halo. It's just that's bigger than one person.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's true.
Or a classic tattoo. It just refers to nothing.
Yeah.
She's 32. It's not 50-year gap. It's only 40, dude.
He's 79.
He's 77.
It's just crazy.
Jimmy Page? Are you looking at Robert Plant or Jimmy Page? Jimmy Page is 79.
I was looking at an article that said 72. So she's 34.
Well, if you go to his Wikipedia page, he's
79. Yeah,
79.
So she's 34.
Interesting.
So it's a little less gross than you were.
It's only a 40-year-old difference, dude. That's funny. Yeah, no, I don't know. Maybe I'll get tattoos some days. Honestly, like it's like I'd like, I don't know. I want to get tattoos of like things I like, but you do carry that same like caution of like I don't want a Rick and Morty tattoo in the future type shit.
My advice to people all the time is like, if you don't have any tattoos, your first one shouldn't mean anything, because if you are going to try to make sure that your first tattoo means something, you're never going to get a tattoo. It's going to take, because you're going to always change it and be like, oh, what if I put like, an owl with the stopwatch, and it's just like, oh, like this one means my grandmother or whatever, you know what I mean? Just get something not super big, maybe somewhere out of like sight when you're wearing regular clothes. Just get the first one in,
Yeah. I would love to get like Jonah Hill in that new movie. Like he'll wear like a shirt with like a low collar and you can see like a chest tat. And I think that's a really cool look, is like having like an open collar with a big chest tattoos. That would be sick.
Definitely.
Yeah. My boy Buck's got some crazy tattoo stories. He was gonna get the tattoo in Thailand that Rihanna has. There's only a couple of them, and it's a specific thing, and you have to go to Thailand, and they do it. It's stick and poke. It's like a whole ritual. I think that's really cool.
That's it.
I would want it to have meaning, and I think what would give it meaning would be the time I got it, like the occasion, like why I got it.
Mm-hmm.
Or the relationship with the artist and the art. Like I would love to get a tattoo from just a really cool,
from a neat guy
artist. Sean from Texas is a tattoo artist I love. I don't know if you guys know that, but he's dope. He's got great tattoos, and I wanted to collaborate with him on an idea for a tattoo.
My favorite tattoo artist is Dan Santoro. He's a guy, I don't know if he tattoos there anymore, but there's a place in Jersey called Smith Street Tattoo Parlor. And it's like these 4 friends that started a tattoo parlor on their own. And specifically Dan Santoro,
his shit is
he is fucking crazy. What he does is he does normal like American traditional style tattoos, but the subject matter is wild. It's different. It's like wizards and frogs and just weird shit. It's so fucking cool. He's like,
that's really dope.
Yeah. Dan Santoro, he's fucking, I want to get tatted by him someday. Like that's bucket list.
That's really dope. Damn. Now you're putting me on. I kind of want to get one. That's fucking crazy.
Do it.
Should I get a Dan Santoro tattoo?
Dude, yeah, you fucking live in New York. You could make that happen very easily.
I know.
How much did he be charging though?
Probably a lot.
The thing is also I'm an aspire. I in the future want to act. And I know makeup's a thing. I just don't know.
Yeah, I get that.
Something I'll think about. I think.
I mean, have you seen Ben Affleck's back tattoo? Right?
No,
he's fine.
Ben Affleck's back tattoo.
Say that 5 times fast.
It's insane.
Ben Affleck's back tat.
Oh my god! It's a giant phoenix.
What if it was Batman?
Yeah.
Ben Affleck's Batman back tat.
That's crazy. I didn't know you. That's funny.
Yeah, it's like very
it's huge. It's a phoenix.
It's something.
Or you could just
was
be
that a
like,
metaphor for his career or something like that?
What is it?
Perhaps.
Why are there like lines through it? Like
phoenix?
there's like lines of skin through it. It's almost like maybe it's a scar. It's probably what it is.
I'm wondering. Yeah,
it's probably scarring.
Might be an artistic choice.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Is Ben Affleck's Phoenix tattoo a majestic shriek for help? It's from 2018.
He's like, it represents my alcoholism.
It's probably what it is.
No disrespect.
It's great how like his biggest, like the biggest meme featuring him is just him like holding a cigarette, just like looking just absolutely defeated.
And they're like, this man is dating Jennifer Lopez.
Yeah.
That's wild, dude. Ben Affleck, dude.
Ben
Affleck.
Damn, bro.
Young Flecky.
Are you playing any video? So what video games are you playing now? You playing Siege, I saw.
I play Siege sometimes, but you know what's funny is I'm actually, when I do play video games, I mostly play Halo Tactical Slayer.
Oh, like Fire Team?
Headshots only.
Oh, like on Infinite?
Oh, SWAT?
Yeah, on Infinite, yeah.
On PC?
Mm-hmm.
Damn, I gotta hop on there.
I do. You know what's crazy too? Is like I can play that, and then I could switch over to Siege and just like fucking click on heads.
Huh. So it's good. It's good mouse training.
It's good for practice, like for any game. Honestly, I played Valorant one time after playing Tactical Team Slayer or whatever it's called.
SWAT.
Just one time. Like I hadn't played Valorant last time I played Valorant was with you, Connor. I got into a match and I was just fucking clicking on heads. I was like, boop, boop.
Dude,
but, Halo.
I got back into gaming on the PC a little bit. I haven't been logging long sessions, but Valorant and Siege are my favorite. I just like the 5v5 games.
Yeah,
Counter-Strike,
of course.
that type of shit. Like, because if I'm on PC, it's like that's what I want to play. I want to play something that you can only play on PC. I want to play the shit that requires good mouse skills. I've been what happened was I got my PS5 last fall, and I got it just in time for Warzone, or rather Modern Warfare 2 to come out. And had a really good time playing the multiplayer on that, and just I really like my PS5. But then God of War Ragnarok came out, and I completely binged through it like immediately. I played from beginning to end. If I didn't have something to do, I was playing Ragnarok. Like I would log 3 or 4 hours at a time. I was playing that Raggletons. And then that happened, and then I kind of went home for the holidays, and I came back, and I haven't felt the same way about it yet. Mm-hmm. They're bringing a resurgence map to Warzone 2, and it's like Japanese. It's like a Japanese temple.
That's cool.
Absolutely
really. Matter of fact, when is that? When is the resurgence?
I think the 12th
map. Really?
February
15th.
Okay.
That's going to be something.
When is it coming out?
Ashika
15th.
Island, February 15th.
Oh.
We're going to have to squat up on that. But the thing is like, I want to use this puppy for Warzone. I want to use my PC for Warzone, but
yeah, you should.
But it's like, man, I had so many issues like in 2021 when I first got it playing Warzone and Call of Duty that I just stopped.
Yeah,
all the Call of Duty games are so poorly optimized.
I know, it's true. And honestly, like I recently upgraded my computer. I got newer hardware, and it's just easier to get stuff now. It's not, it's still a little hard, and stuff is still kind of a little expensive, but I was able to upgrade my stuff, and that helped out a lot. And, it might mean that you need to kind of get a better graphics card or something. But like I was rocking a 1660 Super, and that's like, that's very bare minimum. Like, it works on the games that are really well optimized, but anything outside of that, it's really hard. So now I have a 3060, which is a huge improvement from the 1660. And plus, like, I'm not playing AAA titles, and I don't need ray tracing and shit. I'm just playing shooters. So it doesn't matter that I don't have like a 3090 or a 3080 or whatever. Like the 3060 is like good enough for me. Mm-hmm. But I upgraded that, and I upgraded my CPU, and that's helped out a lot.
Like your
CPU.
Do you have to change like does upgrading your CPU fuck up your whole your operating system and everything?
No.
Do you have to change all that?
No, it shouldn't.
It's just a different chip.
The only thing you have to make sure is you're getting the same type, the same chip, like template. It's probably the bad word for it, but like an M4 chip. I use the AMD Ryzen, so I have an M4 slot in my motherboard. So I can't get like a Threadripper or a Zen or whatever, because that shape is totally different. But you can, as long as I
can get an Intel i7 or something like that, or whatever those are fucking called.
Do you have an AMD CPU?
I have a Ryzen.
Okay, then you got it. I think you have to stay with AMD, because the difference between AMD and Intel is the little rods at the bottom of your AMD CPU.
Yeah.
Intel has holes there. And then I think that the motherboard has the rods coming out, and that's for Intel. So
gotcha.
If you can get a new motherboard, like if it behooves you to do so, and then you could choose one that works with Intel and then go that route if you want to. But if you're trying to do like least amount of moves possible to get like the best you can out of your system, then I would say stick with AMD for your CPU. And I think you have What's your graphics card? It's not the.
It's an MSI something.
Yeah, but it's not NVIDIA. It's
no.
Radeon.
It's fucking. I just know it's MSI. It's a big MSI graphics card.
Well, I would say, try to get. Well, MSI is a manufacturer. It's not the actual graphics card because it's like MSI makes NVIDIA graphics cards. What's the other one?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I have a 3060.
I think it is a Radeon then.
Yeah.
Probably.
So there's some issues with Radeon graphics cards. So that might be a thing where like if you only upgrade your graphics card to a NVIDIA graphics card, you might have less problems playing Warzone or something.
Gotcha. Well, it runs Valorant and Siege and really well.
Those games are great. That's why.
Yeah. Yeah. The only one that makes a lot of noise when I'm playing is like Gears of War 5 or like Apex Legends even is actually, I mean, Apex runs great on it. Apex runs flawless on it, but it does I think it does make make a little bit more noise. I think it puts it to task a little bit more.
Are you playing PC games, Tony?
Oh yeah. I only have a PC. I mean, I have a PS4, but
he switched over. He plays Warzone on PC with a controller.
Are you still a controller?
Yeah.
Come on, man.
So it works.
Mouse and keyboard.
You never have problems, huh?
No, I wouldn't say that. I mean,
like there's no hitching or it's never framey or anything like that. Like how fast does Warzone run for you on your PC?
Well, I never have like problems that persist throughout a whole night. Like maybe like right when I get on, like the first game of Warzone, it'll be like really like laggy when I first start. But generally, I'll play for like 2 or 3 hours and within.
So it almost like needs to warm up to the game.
What graphics card do you have?
Pretty much. 3060.
Oh, perfect.
And I have the graphics turned down a little bit. They're not like on the rack setting, but I don't need that. I just need to be able to fucking see the dudes.
Tony, what chip do you have? Are you AMD or? It's
an Intel i5.
Gotcha.
It's old.
So maybe that's what it is. Maybe I just need to get an NVIDIA RTX 3060.
I think that would solve a lot of your problems.
Yeah. Well, it's something I can do in the future, and I think those will be pretty powerful for the next couple of years still, even though they have like the 4090s out.
Those suck. Don't even waste your money. They're like, as far as like performance wise, it's like, it's minuscule as far as like how much better it is.
And they're thousands of dollars.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
They're kind of failed with the 4000 series. So 3000 series is still a good bet.
Not to say they work worse than the 3000 series.
They don't work worse, but you're going to be spending way more money for the same shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gotcha. Especially if you don't give a shit about ray tracing, then like don't waste your money.
Crazy.
Well, I will if I start playing Skull Guy on my PC.
Oh, Skull Guy.
Because Freeman Skull Guy.
I want to have the best graphics for that kind of shit.
Yeah.
J. Peterman Skull Guy Esquire. J. Peterman Skull Guy Partners, Limited Partners.
Limited Partners is like one of my favorite like recent bits from you guys. Just tagging on Limited Partners at the end of anything.
Oh God,
Limited
dude.
Partners.
We were fucking. There were so many things we were
Scrote Limited Partners.
Scrote Limited Partners. That's the banner. That's the umbrella corporation that technically owns Wokenboke.
Gripple Steven Limited Partners.
Stephen Bone. My name is Robert Bone. That's
Ronald
Bone. That's right. Yeah, funny as fuck. All right, well, that's going to do it for us, folks. Thank you for tuning in. We hope you enjoyed both the episodes today. Give you a nice 2-hour chunk of content for your week. We'll be back next Tuesday with more Welcome Boke. Marcus, you're welcome to come back again if you're free next weekend.
Awesome. Thank you, man. I'll let you know. And then if not, you guys should try to get Ian back on the pod.
Oh yeah, we can try and get Ian, or maybe we can get all 4 of us.
That would be sick.
That would be sick.
That would
be on tour, right?
So that'd be sick. So Ian, if you're watching this, I feel like you and Ian still pretty faithfully listen to the show. Do you?
Yes. I would say I don't talk to him as much because I don't think he's like super active on Discord, but I do talk to JP a lot. Darkus Arcus, who's known as in the Discord. Shout out to him. Which, by the way, we should probably make him a mod too, just because I vetted him. He's so solid, dude, and he's.
Oh no, I've talked to JP on the phone. Cool. I've actually wanted him to come on the show before. So
that would be cool too to have him on the pod.
Shout out JP. Maybe we'll get you in while Max is gone.
JP cool guy.
JP cool guy.
JP cool guy partners.
But yeah. Are you guys playing video games today, or you guys got stuff going on?
I unfortunately
actually have some plans going out with someone, doing some skating.
I'll be around, Marcus, and I'll also be around this week because I'm working from home this week. So, and I'm not going out this week. So just hit me up. Maybe we'll get a session.
Sure.
Yeah, we got to run some SWAT.
Yes.
SWAT. We got to run some SWAT.
Some phenomenal SWAT.
Headshots only.
But yeah, best you guys have a great week. Welcome, Boke Forever, motherfuckers. Peace the fuck out.